think we better have a cup of tea.
You know my real grandma. Hi, I'm the hipster who was into Victorian dining before it was gruel. So fierce.
And unlike fine wines, I don't get better with age. Marijuana, Anti-Marie.
And this is an irrelevant discussion. Drag Race edition. Aww. Off the back of the last episode, we go in with like a mini challenge. It's kind of like a don't ask, don't Trixie Mattel thing. I hate myself more than you do about that joke.
I pissed myself a little at that.
And it's basically a comedic runway sort of, based on army stuff. Have you ever enlisted?
Oh, don't you get me started on the old war. The Americans. They were hung. What?
Was there anyone that like stood out to you in the mini challenge?
Oh, I thought the old Vixen. I liked the Vixen. I liked that look. Strapping, handsome woman.
I kind of like loved how Blair Sinclair wore a yellow dress and Aquaria did not say she copied her. That was my favourite part of the whole episode.
I enjoyed that.
But anyway, the Vixen wins and she actually gets an advantage this week in the main challenge, which is like the Bossy Rossi show.
Yes, the Bossy Rossi show.
It was kind of like a play on Jeremy Kyle and Oprah. Basically it was daytime TV and they each have characters and an improv sketch based loosely on a title.
Yes. I thought the categories were pretty cool. I enjoyed the categories.
This was kind of the challenge where I thought you could really be handed anything and it's really what you make of it rather than it's swayed towards one person or the other.
Yeah. Although I thought the Vixen's pairing was really shady. It was like, I was like, you.
She'd just have like fights with both Aquaria and Eureka and was just like, I don't like either of them, so I'm gonna put them in the team together.
I thought Eureka was hilarious. I also thought Aquaria was hilarious in this challenge as well.
This is the first time I actually thought Aquaria's jokes landed.
Yeah.
Especially on stage and stuff in front of all those people. We had Ms. Cracker as Dr. Dill as a pickle, which was hilarious because the entire time all I could think was Pickle Rick.
All I could think of was the ASMR pickle lady.
Just...
Oh, that's delectable, that.
I just thought it was like incredibly well done, although it did really point out how Mayhem didn't do well.
Yeah, she sort of just...
She was kind of just there for
yeah.
I feel like you could have replaced Mayhem with anyone and it wouldn't have made a difference to the way the scene turned out.
I think another one of my favourite ones was Monique Hart and Blair Sinclair. I thought Monique Hart was going to win this week.
I did as well.
And I was so ready for it because I agree with what Monique says. I think she's getting slept on and I think she is really showing so much personality, so much character, and she's got the look that matches.
I've like slowly grown to love Monique Hart, and like I'm like you, she's like a gin and tonic who just all the judges are schwepping on her. I think another like low point of the episode of the challenge was Monet. Unfortunately, she isn't really doing well in the main challenges.
No, and I'm really disappointed because I love Monet. I think she's got a great personality and a great look, and I really want to see her like properly excel at this.
I do as well. She's so funny and her personality comes across so well, but she's kind of in these challenges relying on it a little bit too much, I feel.
And that's the thing, personality only goes so far. So far, so fierce.
I agree though. I kind of like wholeheartedly agree that
Don't worry, we always forget what we're going to say sometimes, it's normal. Don't be jealous of my retirement fund. Don't be jealous of my retirement fund. Right, okay.
I want divorce.
So this week's runway category is... What is it again? Is it denims and diamonds?
Denim and diamonds. Stand outs on the runway. We're probably the vixen actually, even though she landed in the bottom this episode.
Her runway look was my favourite.
Yeah, because everyone kind of did a little bit country, a little bit western, and I'm fine with that, but it was a nice palette cleanser almost.
Yeah. I also really liked Blair St. Clair. I thought Blair St. Clair's was also different.
I thought it was
beautiful.
I thought it was different than everyone else's, and I liked it because of that, but I felt like the execution wasn't like perfect, as perfect as we come to expect on Drag Race, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And because I've like loved everything else she's kind of done, that's probably why I didn't like this as much, because I'm holding her to a really high standard now.
I think she's definitely raising the bar, but again, I think she's criminally underrated in this competition. I think she's bringing some great looks. I think it's maybe the performance in the main challenge is not what it should be, but
in this episode,
well.
I'd say in this episode.
Yeah, because I think Monique sort of just kind of came in and she sort of flopped a little bit.
Yeah, and Monique flopped. No, Blair flopped. Okay, sorry. I'm following you now. I thought you said that Monique flopped, and I was just like...
No, you pudding.
I loved Ms. Crackers, personally, because like everyone else did blue and she did like pink denim, and it wasn't like Mayhem's pink denim. It was definitely pink denim. It was, a lot of people, like her and Monique, wore jumpsuits, and it was like, this is the difference between a fitted jumpsuit and a not so fitted jumpsuit. Monet's wasn't bad. I actually liked it a lot.
I liked it too.
It was different. It reminded me a lot of Robbie Turner's rollerblade look, apart from, you know, as she was getting the Uber between the studios, the car didn't crash and her imaginary driver didn't die.
As far as low points go, I didn't really have very many looks that were particularly low apart from Mayhem's.
I didn't hate any of them apart from Mayhem's, just because it looked country but it didn't look denim, and the category was denim and diamonds, not country and diamonds.
Yeah.
Our winner of the challenge is Eureka!
Eureka!
No. Were you there when Plato made his discovery?
Who?
The person who made up Eureka.
Eh? I'm not hearing you. Don't talk shite. What shite are you talking now?
Yeah, she did really well in the challenge. I don't necessarily remember her runway that much though.
I liked her runway. I thought it was a really nice outfit, and I thought it was a clever outfit. It was interesting, it was unique.
It was unique, huh?
I don't get it. So our bottom two are...
Money Exchange and Mayhem Miller.
I gagged. I was quite shocked.
I mean, surprised, yeah.
I mean, obviously they did bad in the challenges, but this early on in the competition, especially since they've been performing so well, it was a bit like, oh. It was kind of like that Aja moment when Aja was in the bottom for the first time, and I was like...
Yeah, I was like very surprised it was those two. However, watching the episode again, I was kind of like, there wouldn't have been other people you could argue for being in the bottom though.
I thought you were gonna start crying there.
What?
You sounded like you were gonna start crying.
There is no one else I would have put there but them, and I just love them so much, and I just want them all to succeed, and...
That's really sad. Do you know what else is really sad? Rationing during World War II.
I thought you were going to say the Great Depression.
So the lip sync song is Shania Twain. Love a bit of Shania Twain, don't we, ladies?
Okay. I was like, as it played, I was like, they must have done this on Drag Race before, and then I realised they hadn't,
And it was
I
like,
was not disappointed.
I was like 10 seasons to do this song, but I was hoping they would do the dance remix of That Don't Impress Me Much, just so I could see someone lip sync. So what do you think, you're Elvis or something?
Like, I know that RuPaul said last week that, like, this was a lip sync, but, like, this was a proper battle.
Yeah.
Like, I could feel the Cameron struggling on who to focus on throughout the whole thing. Monet had, like, all of this stuff going on. She tore shit off. She immediately did a wig reveal that didn't quite come off, and it started like that, and like, my heart sank through my chest, down my digestive tract, past the dildo that has been lodged into there since 2009, and out and through my basement.
Oh, I've had that. So the lip sync ends, and Mayhem the Magician disappears.
Goes home. We need to stop giving people nicknames because they tend to like immediately go home the week after. We had Carbology,
Kit Kat,
Yakult. We didn't make one for Dusty, but like now I guess your vagina's Dusty.
I'm just really surprised because she sort of had that edit that this was going to be her story, this is going to be her shining, and that she was going to do so well on this and, you know, live her dreams. But she came 10th.
Yeah, and like as she left, I was like half expecting an All Stars 3 Ru to pop up on the screen and be like, "Ooh, girl."
I don't remember All Stars 3.
Well, it was kind of like The Handmaid's Tale, or like 1920s America.
It was kind of shite.
Yeah, yeah.
So overall, good episode I thought. I really enjoyed the main challenge. The runway was really good as well, because when I first heard the runway category I was a bit worried. I was like, this is gonna be shit.
Yeah, like nothing really disagreeable happened. Vixen made up with Eureka, which is weird, but it happened. A good old time was had by all, and I just can't wait for everyone to fuck it up next week.
So make sure to follow us on our social mediator accounts at SoFakeSoFat and at the Maria Joanna Queen on the Instagram. And make sure to approve and tell your friends and join the newspaper list on the YouTubes. And there's something else that I meant to say and I forgot what it was.
Auntie Marie, what are you doing?
Oh, trying to follow House of Irrelevance on the Instagrams.
Oh, the Angstgrams.
Aye.
Well, what's the handle for it? I'll help you. Is that House of Irrelevance, Haus of Irrelevance, on Instagram. Did you know they have a Facebook page as well now? Exactly.
Oh my god. You're joking.
Exactly. And don't worry, the Facebook page is not just a picture of it's not just a book filled with profile pictures either. You can follow them and keep up to date with all of the work they're doing. With an irrelevant discussion and shows later to come.
Oh aye.